Okay, this is a video on how to install and utilize our payroll app on your phone. So this information is available in this paper format, and this will be sent to you when you get hired in your new employee paperwork. But if you didn't read it and are having and need to figure out how to load this on your phone, we're going to go through that with you now. There's two different systems. One is for iPhone users and the other one is for Android users, and we're going to go through both of them here.
This is the iPhone user. You're going to go to your Apple Store.
Go slow with all of this. Hit search. What are you typing in?
I'm typing in Timeworks. Choose Timeworks Plus.
Then what do you hit?
You scroll down and you
Find Timeworks.
find Timeworks.
And then you push the little cloud button with the arrow below it.
Actually, you push Get, but I already had it, so it's just downloading.
Okay.
You're going to open it up.
It opens up for the first time.
And as it says in your packet, you put in, everyone has the same user start, which is 4611, capital letter of your first name, capital letter of your last name. Since I have the same name as Al, I have to use my middle initial. And then everyone...
So, the username is not 4611JDoe. That is a fictitious name. So the username is going to be 4611, capital first initial, and then capital all of your last name, not just...
No, you just wrote it.
Full last name, first letter capitalized.
Okay. Look at
Well,
mine.
that's capital right there.
Yeah, the first letter.
But then
Yeah.
a capital all last name.
You just said
Yeah,
capital,
I meant
but you said
the
it.
capital letter of your first name, capital letter of your last name, but then all of your last name,
Yes.
not just the next two digits
That's
of your
correct.
last name. So in this case, if your name is John Doe, it's going to be capital J, capital D, O-E.
Yes.
If your name is Allison Chase, then it's 4611, in this case A.M. Chase, because Alan Chase has A Chase. So in order to differentiate here, we put the middle initial in. So capital A, capital M, capital C, H-A-S-E is her login password, or username rather, okay? Now, password is always going to be this initially.
Initially.
That's your temporary password.
So your temporary password is payroll1 exclamation point.
And the word payroll is all lowercase.
Payroll is all in lowercase. So you type that in and click login. It will now ask you for what your current password is, which is payroll1 exclamation point. And then it will ask you to create your own password, and you can make this anything you want. Are there rules about it?
I believe it has to be 8 characters.
It says at least 8 characters containing at least 2 types of characters, either uppercase, lowercase, symbol, or number.
So at least 8 digits.
8 characters.
It's really hard to take a picture of your screen when you keep shooing me away.
I'm trying to do my thing.
Well, you're going to have to do it around it. That's the purpose of the
Do we
video.
have edit mode?
Submit. Fields do not match. Okay. So this happens.
What did it say?
Fields don't match. I didn't do them the same. Of course, I couldn't see, so that might be why. Okay, so it's accepting that.
And now you are in the system.
Now it did not ask me for a location.
You must have already had yours on.
It probably did actually from before.
How would you set it? So if it asks you for a location,
You allow while in the app.
so it may
Which
come
is
up with a
also
screen
nice.
that will say, when you sign in for the first time, It may come up with a screen.
They'll be back. I don't know if they had it on there.
You know what, it was on my video. I can do a screenshot of that. And it may ask when I do it.
Okay.
Because she's never set it up.
So this app is used to track your time. It sends a GPS location of where you are when you punch in and where you are when you punch out. It does not track where you are all day long or when you're not punched in. So you need to allow it to pick up your GPS location when you are in this app. When you're not in this app, then it does not have access to your GPS location, obviously. So, okay. Go ahead.
One other thing is you don't click clock in on this app, you just hit submit. If you hit clock in, it's not going to work properly.
What does it do when you hit
It
clock in?
toggles it to clock out.
Yeah, it just toggles it over to clock
Oh,
out.
well,
So
hit it.
you-
Show me.
It's-
Let's see what it does.
And it
So
does
now it
not
says
record-
clock
just-
out. So if
it
you hit
just-
that
It doesn't record a punch at all.
and it doesn't record a punch, so you are not currently clocked in.
That's correct.
So if you do this, it takes you back to clock in. So you
Okay.
simply hit submit,
Okay.
and as you see, you're just gonna, don't put anything in department, you're just gonna hit submit again. Oh, here's where it asked me.
Okay.
Brings it to here, so you're going to put
So it says allow TimeWorks Mobile to use your location. and you
allow while using app.
hit allow while using app.
And I just,
Okay?
I just clocked in successfully.
So now you're punched in, and when you want to punch out at the end of the day,
You hit submit again, clocked out successfully.
and that is the basics of how to use it on an iPhone. Now on an Android.
So on an Android, we're going to go to the Google Play Store
Never heard of it.
for us non-iPad people. I'm going to search TimeWorks Swipe Clock. You'll see it brings up two kinds. You can ideally either use the TimeWorks Plus Employee or the TimeWorks Plus, the first two. Either or.
Let me get a shot of that.
We have
I'll
better
go with
luck.
Those two.
Yeah, the payroll company says the first one. Allison and I are going to say the second one. So I'm going to download the second one, TimeWorks Plus, the black TW in the white box.
Install.
And it's going to take a little bit longer than the iPhone.
Then you hit open, I assume.
Yep.
Once the button turns green.
And we wait.
So once you've changed your password, that will be your password moving forward. The only
Yes.
time your password is going to be your first and last.
So I am Rebecca Woods. I am going to punch in 4611 R Woods. I'm going
Capital R, capital W, and the rest of the last name in small letters.
to lowercase, yep.
And then password for the first time.
And people that use your phones, you know that your first time that you do a letter, it always capitalizes the first letter. So a lot of you need to go back and manipulate that first letter so it is lowercase.
And the password again is,
Payroll 1 exclamation point.
so that's the default password for the first time everybody signs in.
Yep.
So Rebecca is typing that in here.
We'll see how I do.
And now it's asking her to change her password to something new. And once you've made that change, that will be your new username and password for perpetuity.
You should mention that we can't see that.
Yes,
And
and
we do not know what your password is once you've changed it.
so if you don't write it down and you don't remember it, we're just going to have to reset it to something else.
Yeah.
So it brings up the same screen as the iPhone. It has the clock in, and you can see that just toggles it. Clock in, clock out. Same thing. I'm just going to hit submit. Do not enter a department. Hit submit. It's going to bring up the TimeWorks. I'm going to say while using the app. Clock in successful. Same thing to clock out. Just hit submit. Clocked out successfully. It will only ask you about the GPS, bless you, the first time that you use the app. If you have other questions on this, there is some other great stuff on the screen. You can look at your time card, you can request time off, and there's lots of other things you can do. And we'd be more than happy to help you with that. And there is some paraphernalia in the new hire packets about how to request time off.
Okay,
That's it.
that concludes this quick little training on how to use our payroll service.